day trading. Does it suck? Is it great? Is it wonderful? The jury's out. I'll tell you this. There are moments of day trading where you kind of are like, oh my God, this is the best thing in the world. I just made a couple $100 in 2 minutes. This is incredible. I'm just going to sit here all day and click the buttons and make a ton of money. I don't have to deal with anybody. And yes, this is the way my life's going to go. And for 95% of the people out there, that's not what happens, okay? You start out doing all right, and then you kind of get into a trade, and you think, okay, it's going to go up, and you put money down, and then almost instantly, uncanny, it just drops on you and just flies down in a second, and there's a huge red bar, and you're like, how the heck did this happen? And you're like, oh, well, I got to cut my losses because of my stop loss, so you get out, and then almost to the penny, as soon as you got out, it flies back up, and you're like, what the heck, how did that, I would have been up a couple $100, god damn it. And then on the next one, you say, oh, you know what, I'm not going to fall for that trick again, because it's falling down, and I'm going to try to, make sure I'm going to hold on, and then it just tumbles like crazy, and you lose $1,000. And you're like, what the heck, what the heck happened here? You're like, okay, well, the next time I'm just going to make sure that I follow the rules, and, I'm going to get out. And then to the penny, to the penny, to the penny, every single time you go to get out, you see it rip up, and you think, okay, well, you know what? Now this is a good trade. I'm going to get back in, and I'll make some money. And as soon as you get back in, it flies. But does this sound like you? I mean, honestly, day trading, it has moments of brilliance filled with a crap ton of just annoying, soul-crushing, defeating, money-taking crap. And I can tell you that with confidence, because I've been day trading for a very long time, and I have found success. But in general, by the time you all work it all out, it's not the way that most people are going to get paid out. It's just not the way that most people will get paid out. A much better way is selling options or swing trading. Now, I find success with that a lot more often. And I love selling options because it's a little more difficult, it's a little more to it, but it's still very simple overall, and it's a lot more calming. And it's something that you could actually do on the side of your life. You could have this as a side hustle. You could learn a little bit of what's required, and then every week you could take a look at some charts that fit the parameters you need, and you just put on a trade, and you let it sit in the background of your life. I'm about to make $415 on a Lulu trade, and I just want to take you through it right now and show you exactly what I did. Because if day trading is something you're trying to do and you think you're going to make a ton of money, I'm here to tell you it's a lot harder than you might think it is, or you've already gone through it all and you know how hard it is. So let me show you an alternative where I've actually found success, where I am making some money, and I just want to show you so that maybe it could help you out, and you could actually kind of see what it is that's required to make more consistent money. So let's go check that out right now. Okay, so this is with Lulu, right? And so what I noticed on Lulu, right around here, we had a really big day where they came out with some earnings, and they were good, I guess. The earnings are funny because stock will come out with great earnings, and then it plummets to bad earnings, it goes up. So earnings are earnings, right? But what you see here is we got completely overextended beyond the Bollinger Band. And that's what I like to see. The blue line's the Bollinger, and I like to see stocks that are really extended up over the Bollinger Band. And so then what I want to do is I want to sell calls above where the price is, because I believe that when things are too far out of the Bollinger Band, or they go on an absolute heater up, they need to slow down a second. It doesn't mean that Lulu's not going to continue flying right back up again, but they need to calm down a little bit. So you're not always going to see it do a massive jump up from 320 all the way up to 370, do a $50 jump, and then the next day continue even another 50. You might see it sometimes, but in general, you're going to see the stock chill out. So what I did was I sold calls up here at the 376. So you can see here, I sold the 375 on April 14th. So I actually did this trade, last week or something. But what I did was I sold the 315, right, or the 375, and I buy the 380. It's called a vertical spread, okay? Check out some other videos if you want to see, in more detail. But basically, I sell up here at 521, and now that call is only worth 2 cents. So because I sold something up higher and then now it's worth a lot less, I'm now able to make money on that. Okay? So it's like shorting a stock essentially. So you can see here it's now worth nothing. So I actually am up $416. So literally, what day was it? I would have done it on the 29th or the 30th, something like that. So 2 weeks, I made 415 bucks. And this is what I kind of mean where, yes, it takes a little bit longer. It was 2 weeks, but it's a lot more consistent because I'm selling the option. So here, as long as the price, when I sold these two options, as long as the price stays below $376.42, right? This red line right here, I'm going to make money. If it stayed below 375, then I was going to make my absolute max profit, which is going to be 421. So for 2 weeks, I just left Lulu alone. I didn't have to worry about is it going up? Is it look exactly what it did. It just went like this. Now, if I bought a call, I would have lost money here because it's done nothing, right? If I bought a put, hoping that it would go down, I lose money here because it's done nothing. It's literally just gone sideways. It's probably setting up to go on another run, to tell you the truth. But for right now, for what I was trying to do, it's perfect because I'm selling the call up here. So as long as the price doesn't go up beyond the 376.81, those calls are then going to become worth less. They're worthless. These are all stocks that did massive jumps, right? Over the Bollinger Band, came down, right? These are on my watch list that I look for, right? Came out of the Bollinger Band here, came down, right? When I watched it here, popped out of the Bollinger Band here. Look what ended up happening, coming down, right? Came out of the Bollinger Band here, right? Ended up coming back down. Came out of the Bollinger Band. Where did I see this one? Here. This is when I started watching this. Out of the Bollinger Band here. Came back down. Right? I could go through every single one of these. And this is what's happened. Right? Came out of the Bollinger Band here. Came back down. So when you see this over and over and over and over and over again, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen every single time. But I'm giving myself an extremely high probability of success because I'm going after things that have found themselves beyond the Bollinger Band. And statistically, 95% of the time when a stock goes beyond the Bollinger Band, it wants to come back in. Right here. When I watched it, came out of the Bollinger Band here. This is when I started watching it. It came back in. So if I just go and here it came out, here it came out. If I go and I sell calls up above the move, all of these calls then become worthless, right? So then I can sell calls a couple weeks out, maybe a week out, it depends, maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it is, and I can have these going on in the background of my life, like a nice little side hustle. So I just made 415 just for clicking a couple buttons and seeing, oh, this thing's beyond the Bollinger Band. Oh, it went up $50. It's probably going to chill out for a little bit. So I sell a call. That's a lot more calmer than day trading and getting angry and frustrated and why do they do that, da 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 da. It's just very probabilistic. It's very much just, okay, here, it came out, it probably needs to cool down. I'm going to sell calls above here. They're going to be worth less by the time we get to expiration, and I'm going to get out. But if I get to 80%, I can just take off the trade. I made 80%. Of 420 or whatever, and then I can move that capital over to something else. And as you keep rotating every week, oh, I put on another one, I put on another one, I put on another one, this one comes off, that one comes off, it starts rotating, you start stacking $400, $300, $500, $600 here, $200 there, it adds up. Check out my other videos. I've gone through some stuff showing you how it adds up. So I hope that I can kind of get through to you that day trading sounds amazing. It sounds glamorous. It sounds like all these things, and it does have its moments, and it's kind of, you get a rush when you actually make some money. But in general, you're just going to lose your money. So try to get onto something that is a lot more consistent, and the probabilities are on your side, and a lot more calm and stress-free for your life. So hopefully I can get that across to you. Thanks for sticking around the video. If you don't mind, like and subscribe. Hey man, just have a great day. Catch you on the next one.